you, Edna. You didn't scare me that much. It was actually an honor to get involved. I tried to get involved in Rowlett. I was having some issues, and we'll talk about that another time. But real quick, just a little about myself. I grew up in the north side of Fort Worth. It's kind of a rough area, rough neighborhood. Dad's gone. He was incarcerated until I was about 6.5 years old. My mom was not really there. I had an older brother and sister that kind of took care of me. Lost her at the age of 26. She had 6 kids. Brothers out. It was a horrible childhood. But I've got 4 kids that have never seen that side of life. So they made me a better person, a better father, better husband. I mean, those are my motivation in life. My kids, since the first one, still even this day, my 7-year-old walks up and says things that just makes me want to try harder every single day. So that being said, we did do a Trump parade in 2020, summer 2020, July 25th at 2 o'clock, which changed my life, changed my whole world. We weren't politically driven. Me and my wife, Katie, we were sitting at home wondering what we could do just as individuals who don't have a voice. How do you get active? How do you talk to anybody about anything that you're thinking at any certain time? No clue. And my wife said, you know, they're doing these boat parades in South Carolina. How much time do I have, by the way? Do you know? Okay, I'll try 10 minutes. So she said, you know, there's some South Carolina boat parades going on. I was like, yeah, I've seen them. She's like, yeah, we have a beautiful lake here. We both grew up on the lake. How would you feel about an event for a Trump parade? And I said, you know, we're gonna make a lot of people mad. There's gonna be a lot of angry people. As a business owner, that's another leap of faith that you have to take, and you have to stand up, and you have to believe in what you believe in, which is so much easier to talk about because I believe in what I believe in, and my direction that God's put me on, that this is very simple to talk to you guys. Normally I'd be extremely nervous. It's very easy now. So after that first boat parade, there were 4,800 people that showed up at Lake Ray Hubbard after that Facebook post. Within a couple of days, there was 6,800 interactions. I friended every one of them. Immediately, I had 500 friends. I went to 5,000 within the first month. We did Lake Ray Hubbard 3 times. Another gubernatorial candidate, Don Huffines, came to speak at one. We've had Shelley Luther. We've had Bill Wayburn out of Fort Worth come out. We've had a lot of Keenan Williams, a lot of great people that we've contacted with. GOP contacted us. We've helped sell out the GOP with all their flags that summer. That hasn't been done in years out here. So these are all just little things that we weren't expecting. So the reason why I am running for mayor, they say start in your own community. I look up to this gentleman here, Mr. West. I met you in Eastland, Texas. Robin Hayes was there, and I was singing a song called Fight Inside of Me. We did these Patriot rallies, and I was singing national anthem songs, Patriot songs, you name it. Have You Forgotten? Toby Keith songs, brought to you courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue, you name it. And I was singing that song Fight Inside of Me, and they asked me to speak for 10 minutes, and when I looked down, I saw Mr. West tapping his foot, music, shaking his head, and I was like, I know who that is. Kind of snuck in. I don't think I saw you at the beginning, but and I had to, you know, just kind of keep going. But when I got done, I snuck over and shook his hand. And I don't know if you tell this to all the boys, but you said, I know who you are. And I was like, how? I don't know how you do. This man pays attention though, so it wouldn't surprise me. But watching, listening, learning, talking to people, the only thing I could do tonight is to put things in perspective. As the leap of faith in 2008, I did start my own company, h2systemsinc.com. It's a telecommunication company. And we do fiber optics, building to building, splicing, overhead, paging, sound masking, TVs, AV, card readers, I mean, anything under the sun that has to do with cabling. I have been able to duplicate myself and semi-retire, which means I have some time on my hands. So, the leap of faith that I'm taking now, running for mayor, that is new to me, I can't sit back anymore. I voted for the first time in 2020 for Donald Trump at the age of 45. I voted for 45, imagine that. First time ever voting because my voice had to be counted. My vote had to be counted. And we saw what happened. So here we are at 2022 and I'm running for mayor of my city because I'm not gonna sit back any longer. And if I can be the eyes and the ears of Rowlett citizens, I'm gonna do that. I hear there's another Republican conservative that may step up and run again. He was an ex-mayor of Rowlett. I'll be glad to shake his hand and work with him. I'd love to work with anybody side by side. I know that it's difficult to speak to people on the other side of the aisle, but I'm willing to do that too, just to try to make some kind of common ground for my city. I love Trump. I can leave it at the door on the way in to make sure that what we're there for is business. Perspective-wise, the leap of faith I did in 2008 is the same leap of faith I'm taking now, because I didn't like what I was seeing in the industry. There were people taking advantage of people, adding extra finances to things for their personal gain. It bothered me internally. It made me angry, to the point to where 2008, I said I'm doing it on my own because I know I could do it better. Now there's 5 guys who have counted on me for the past 13 years in this company, including myself. And I know that if I can make a difference in their life, I can make a difference in Rowlett, Texas, seeing what I'm seeing. God has a plan for me. The plan is to get involved. Where he takes us and what he does with that, it's up to him. Just follow. It's very simple. First thing he did was put me in the city council meeting when they opened up the doors after the pandemic. And the first thing that I saw was the mayor give the LGBTQ community a proclamation declaring Rowlett in, I think, August, Gay Pride Month. And there were 3 pastors there that were speaking up. There were 350 signatures obtained, and not one of those signatures or the paperwork for the signatures was brought up in the conversation. There was a lot of LGBTQ people there that occupied spaces so that the citizens couldn't come in. They got there a lot earlier than everybody. So I asked myself, this was the first thing I heard at any city council meeting I've ever been to. And I immediately knew why God has me there, so I could speak up, okay? We got 350 signatures, but like I said, not one was ever even mentioned during the city council meeting. We did not win that one. But we did organize, and we did beat the city by 68 votes on something called Proposition B. We got active in our city. Proposition B was the sidewalks around all the lakefront homeowners' homes. I don't know if you know about that. It was also extended term limits and pay raises. And because the sidewalk was a public sidewalk through basically your backyard, if you lived on the lake, and we beat them by 68 votes, I found that very interesting. There are people showing up to city council meetings now because of knowledge, simple knowledge. So the platform, after friending 6,800 people, 3 of them asked me who I was, and then accepted me when I told them. My friends list, like I said, off the charts. My wife asked me, what are you doing that for? Why are you doing that? And I said, this platform can be used for so many things, whether it be outreach in our city, helping kids, getting messages out. It could be emergency type stuff just to get messages out. When you post something and you get 300 people within an hour and a half to 2 hours, that's getting out there. That's using the social media the way that it's supposed to be used on that platform. Hence why they approach me, because it's timing. Even when you're just a helpful hand, if you want to post something, do it between 11 and 12. Everybody's in bed looking at their phone. So just a helpful hand. But watching people like Alan West, watching people like Keenan Williams speak, Shelley Luther stepping outside of her comfort zone, that's what I'm doing. I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone, taking another leap of faith, because I know I can make a difference. So in the long run, who knows what's gonna happen? God's got me on a path. My wife asked me, are you sure? I said, where God takes me, I'm going. That's why I've been to Eastland, Texas. That's why we've been to Tyler, Texas, North Texas. I had an actual person on, I want to say, she said she was Republican, on Facebook, challenged me, what have you done in Rowlett? What have you done in this city? Since I don't know you, period, thanks, period. I wanted to answer the way that she asked the question, but that's not the way to handle people. So when they say kill them with kindness, I don't even want to do that. I just want to be kind. I want to be honest. I want to be straightforward. And I don't want the runaround. We get a lot of runaround. We don't want runarounds anymore. I'd like to bring something new to the Republican Party, GOP as well, starting in my city. If I can utilize my H group to influence more to come and be active more, that would be awesome. That would be my ultimate goal, even above the mayoral position. If I can educate and bring more people to the Republican Party, that's my goal. So, all that being said, if you know anybody in Rowlett, please reach out to them and let them know. I'm always available. They can always message me. I have answers. If I don't have the answer, I'll get the answer. That's what I've been doing with my company, and it just bleeds over, and it's just another endeavor and another leap of faith. So God bless you guys. Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you sometime.